Hello there guys, and today we're talking about the highly anticipated Jurassic World. Inside the upcoming film, they will feature a genetically modified hybrid dinosaur called Indominus Rex. First off, I want to warn people, spoiler alert. If you don't want to know what Indominus Rex will look like, or will be a hybrid of, then stop watching this video. You have been warned. Alright, now a lot of this video will be speculation. Now, first off, I want to point out a flaw I noticed in the trailer regarding the Indominus. They claim it is the first genetically modified dinosaur hybrid, but the thing is, they have already done that. In the first Jurassic Park movie, it is said that the dinosaur DNA has some holes in it and had to be filled by frog DNA. Technically, every dinosaur in the series is part frog because of this. The first hybrid dinosaur has already been done, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're referring to the first dinosaur hybrid, and not the first dinosaur hybrid in general. I guess I'm just rambling. Well, let's move on. Today, we've asked the question, what will Indominus Rex be made of? Now, first off, we have leaked images displaying what Indominus Rex will look like. Most of you have probably already seen them, so here they are. I will be the first to say I'm a little disappointed. When a Hollywood movie says genetically modified monster, I think 1980s The Fly or Sharktopus. With genetic modification, you have almost no boundaries. In real life, with enough technology, we could make Piranhaconda or a massive creature the size of planets. Almost anything is possible with genetics. Heck, some guy made a somewhat plausible living organism that creates wormholes. What I'm trying to say is that I kind of expected more. I was expecting one of these monstrous Lovecraftian dino hybrids. But that's besides the point. I think Indominus still looks cool. Let's look at the overall appearance of Indominus Rex. First, we can notice the name. The name kinda gives it away that this dinosaur has part T-Rex in it. These T-Rex genes can also be seen in its body structure and size. Also, some rumors have been circulating that the Indominus Rex has part Velociraptor DNA. Looking at its body, it's most likely true. The Velociraptors seem like a very popular attraction in Jurassic World. It would make a lot of sense to combine your second most beloved dinosaur into your Franken-Dino. To add, the quills and maybe feathers seen on Indominus might be from Velociraptor, due to the Velociraptors in Jurassic Park 3 having very similar features. The crest of Indominus probably belongs to Allosaurus. The two horns are trademarks of Allosaurus. If this is indeed true, this would be the first time Allosaurus has been featured in the Jurassic Park series. It's kind of hard to tell what type of dinosaur Indominus Rex's hands belong to. They definitely aren't T-Rexes or Velociraptors. One of the few four-clawed dinosaurs I can think of is Ceratosaurus. But Ceratosaurus had very tiny arms. Maybe the claws are completely modified and don't belong to any particular organism. The posture of Indominus Rex is very strange in this picture and in the trailers. The Indominus Rex seems to take both a quadruped, four-legged, and a biped, two-legged. Unlike most dinosaurs, most animals in general choose one or the other. Few theropod dinosaurs that include Velociraptor, T-Rex, Allosaurus, and etc., walked on all fours. This is except for a certain few, Spinosaurus. And it was not until recently that this was discovered. Spinosaurus was quadruped. Maybe Indominus has some bits of Spinosaur inside it. Or maybe it's something else entirely. Some hadrosaurs also could transition from 2 legs to 4 legs. Maybe Indominus is part hadrosaur, part Spinosaur, and part T-Rex in its posture. Who knows, maybe the trait isn't even from a dinosaur. Next, we move on to the scales of Indominus. Indominus has thick scales on its back and neck, enough to withstand bullets. It appears Indominus is heavily armored, and no other dinosaur was as heavily armored as Ankylosaurus. Ankylosaurus has been also revealed to be in Jurassic World. It's not too far of a stretch to believe that it was also used in the creation of Indominus Rex. The other, less armored scales look a lot like crocodilian scales. The snout of Indominus seems to be similar to a croc's as well. Indominus possibly has part crocodilian sections of its body. This makes sense. Crocodiles are the second closest relatives to dinosaurs after birds. The neck of Indominus appears long. This could suggest that Indominus is part sauropod dinosaur, giving it a longer neck. So, from what I can gather from legit sources, Indominus will be part T-Rex, maybe part Spinosaur, maybe part Hadrosaur, part Ankylosaur, part Velociraptor, part Allosaurus, maybe part Ceratosaurus, and maybe part sauropod. And finally, part crocodile, oh, and also, don't forget, part frog. But that's not all. Now we can move into the more theoretical and rumored traits that might make up Indominus. First off, a rumor has been circulating around that Indominus might have a color-changing ability to add to all of this. It is said to come from the genes of a cuttlefish and or a chameleon. I guess this is possible in real life. Cuttlefish and chameleons change colors by shrinking and growing pigments called chromatophores. Cuttlefish and octopi are masters of this art. They are able to change into many different shapes and colors instantaneously. Chameleons and even some frogs have this ability as well. We have already created spider-sheep hybrids, so it's not too far of a stretch to think that Indominus could have a color-changing ability. It would definitely be good for business for the park. Another rumor is Indominus being part snake. I guess they could create Indominus with snake DNA. This would give it a completely different way of hunting, making it even more dangerous. Hey, the original Velociraptors had something similar going on with them before it was cut. Now finally, I'm going to give my most disturbing theory on Indominus Rex. In a recent trailer, they said Indominus Rex hunts for sport. No animal except for humans hunt for sport. Hunting for sport requires the ability to take joy from something without pleasure. It is unlike sex or eating a good meal. Hunting for sport is an ability that requires human consciousness. The action of hunting for sport fits into the self-actualization level of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It is the joy of fulfilling something just to fulfill it, such as learning about art or enjoying watching a TV show. It is unlike hunting because of hunger or defending your safety. No other animal that has ever lived, that we know of, has the ability to do this except humans. It is humanity's sole unique trait in the animal kingdom. All the animals that we know of only live in these two levels of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Some people can argue otherwise, that animals show love and belonging. What we can take from this is, this recent statement poses the question, is Indominus Rex conscious? Does it have the ability to know that it exists? Does it have the ability to think? I think, therefore I am, right? If Indominus Rex has the ability to self-actualize and enjoy the art of something, what else could it do? Is it curious? Is it creative? Now, if this is true, the next question is, where does that brain with the ability to have consciousness come from? Well, there's only one place to find the DNA coding for human-level consciousness. Humans. I have proposed a theory. Indominus Rex is part human. How would it be able to hunt for sport? No dinosaur, no crocodile, no bird. Nothing has the ability to hunt for sport. That is, except for humans. This would give the Indominus the most powerful adaptation of all in the animal kingdom. The ability to contemplate one's actions. After discovering this, I strongly believe Indominus will be part human. And technically, that would be considered cloning a human, wouldn't it? And that is illegal in 15 states, including Maryland, Arizona, and New Jersey, and even California, the headquarters of InGen, the fictional company that created Jurassic World. Meaning, in my theory, InGen is breaking the law. So I leave you with this. Indominus Rex might be a Frankenstein of nature, containing T-Rex, Spinosaur, Hadrosaur, Ankylosaur, Velociraptor, Allosaur, Ceratosaur, sauropod, crocodile, frog, cuttlefish, snake, and maybe, just maybe, humanity. Thanks for watching.